In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a simple CRM using Google Workspace from scratch. By the end of this tutorial, you'll have a complete system where customers can submit a Google form, their information is automatically stored in Google Sheets, you can update each lead status, send follow-up emails through Gmail, schedule reminders in Google Calendar, and monitor everything from a simple dashboard. It's completely free to build, easy to customize, and perfect for freelancers, small businesses, or anyone looking to organize customer relationships without paying for expensive CRM software. So let's get started. First things first, go ahead and type Google Workspace on any of your browsers. Click the official website that shows up. If you click the products drop down here, you can see all the Workspace software that Google is currently offering. Step 1, create the CRM spreadsheet. Before we can track customers or automate anything, we need a place to store all of our customer information. Here, select Spreadsheet and then sign in to your Google account. You'll then end up on this page. Here, go ahead and select Blank Spreadsheet. At this point, you'll see an untitled spreadsheet with a single worksheet called Sheet 1. Let's rename this to CRM Dashboard and Sheet 1 to Leads. The next thing to do is to freeze the header row. As your customer list grows, you'll eventually have dozens or even hundreds of rows. And without freezing the header, you'll lose track of which column is which. To do that, click View up at the top, then Freeze, and select First Row. Now, no matter how far you scroll down, the first row will always remain visible. This makes large spreadsheets much easier to navigate. Now, we'll put the information we want to store for each customer. In the first column, I'm going to put lead ID, then name, email, company, status, follow-up, and notes. Let's select the entire row, make it bold, align it in the center. Then I'm going to change its background to something darker and give it a white color. Also, I'm going to click the borders button and select all borders to give it a much cleaner look. We can then resize the columns by dragging them like this. Some columns need more space, so I'm going to make them larger. Here, I've got some sample data just to test the CRM and makes it easier to demonstrate the features as we continue building. Step 2, create a Google form. Right now, our CRM is just an empty spreadsheet. If someone wants to become a customer, we'd have to manually type their information into the sheet. Instead, we're going to create a lead capture form. Whenever someone fills out this form, their information will automatically appear in our CRM spreadsheet. To do that, head back to Google Workspace and select Forms this time. Click Sign In, and on the next page, create a blank form. Simply rename this to Lead Capture Form. For the form description, you can write something like, "Please fill out this form and we'll contact you shortly." Next, let's create the questions that customers will fill out. The first question is created for you, so just rename it to full name. On the right side, make sure the question type is short answer. Also, turn on the required toggle in the bottom right corner. Then click the Add Question button and type in email address. Turn on required and add another question. This would be company name, and I'm going to leave required turned off. Let's add another one that will ask for how can we help you. This is all we need for a simple CRM. Keeping forms short usually results in more people completing them. Now we'll make the form automatically send responses to our spreadsheet. Click the Responses tab at the top of the form. Click Link to Spreadsheet. Select Existing Spreadsheet and choose the spreadsheet we just created. You can see a new sheet for form responses is created. Now, every time someone submits this form, Google will automatically add their information to our CRM spreadsheet. Once you get any responses, you can then organize them into your main sheet that's Leads. Lastly, don't forget to publish the form. Step 3, add status dropdowns. Right now, the status column is just plain text. Instead, we'll create a dropdown menu so everyone selects from the same list of options. Click the status column at the top, and the entire column should now be highlighted. Then uncheck the status heading by holding Control or Command key, and then clicking the cell. Next, click Data, then Data Validation. And here, add a rule. We'll then create 5 different rules: new, contacted, proposal, sent, won, and lost. Then let's add some colors so we can differentiate them. Lastly, just tap on Done to save the changes. Now you can see the status column has changed to a dropdown. Each cell has its own dropdown, so instead of typing the status manually every time, we can simply choose it from the list. Your CRM now has a standardized sales pipeline. Every lead follows the same set of stages, making it easier to track progress and avoid confusion. Instead of everyone typing different values, each customer can move through the sales process with a single click. Step 4. Send a follow-up email using Gmail. Now that we've collected our leads in Google Sheets, the next step is reaching out to them using Gmail. Let's head back to the workspace and select Gmail. Now, once you have your leads ready, locate one of the customers. For this example, we'll use John Smith. Copy the customer's email address. Return to Gmail. Click the Compose button in the top left corner. Paste the customer's email address into the To field. Enter a subject line, for example, following up on your inquiry, and then type in the message you want to send. This doesn't have to be a complicated email. The goal is simply to acknowledge the customer and continue the conversation. Lastly, just click Send. Let's now head back to the CRM spreadsheet. Find the customer you just emailed. In the status column, change the value from new to contacted. Every time you contact a customer, it's a good idea to update their status. This helps you keep track of where each lead is in your sales process. Step 5. Create a follow-up reminder in Google Calendar. One of the biggest reasons businesses lose potential customers is because they forget to follow up. Imagine a customer asks for pricing today and you promise to contact them again next week. If you forget, there's a good chance they'll choose another company. That's why we'll use Google Calendar to remind us exactly when it's time to contact each lead. From the workspace, choose Calendar. Go back to your leads spreadsheet. Find a customer you've already contacted. In the follow-up column, enter a future date, for example, July 20th, 2026. Return to Google Calendar. Click the Create button in the top left corner and select Event. In the event title field, type something descriptive, like Follow Up with John Smith. Using the customer's name in the event title makes it easy to recognize when you look at your calendar. Next, choose the same date you entered in your spreadsheet. If you like, you can also choose a specific time as well. Click the description section. You can copy important notes from your CRM. Adding notes means you don't have to switch back to your spreadsheet to remember what you discussed. Then click Save and your follow-up is now scheduled. At this point, our CRM is doing exactly what we need. Google Forms collects new leads. Google Sheets stores them. Gmail helps us communicate with customers. And Google Calendar reminds us when it's time to follow up. Step 6, create a CRM dashboard. Let's build a dashboard for our CRM. In the spreadsheet, create a new sheet. At the top of the dashboard sheet, we'll add some titles. Select the first cell and type Dashboard. Make it bold, increase the size, also adjust the column and align it in the center. Next, add total leads, then won deals and lost deals. We can also select all of them and align in the center. Your dashboard should look like this. Now we'll count how many customers are in our CRM. Click cell B3 and type in this formula. This formula automatically counts every lead in our CRM. As new customers are added, this number updates automatically. Next, click cell B4 and enter this formula. Count if looks through the status column and counts every customer whose status is set to won. Then click cell B5 and enter this. Now we can instantly see how many opportunities we've lost. I'm going to select all of them, increase their font, and make them bold. Next, we'll visualize the different lead statuses. Just pick any two columns and create a pivot table like this. Make sure all the formulas are entered correctly, and this is going to calculate the leads you collected. Next, I'm going to select both of the columns. Click Insert, then Chart, and in the chart editor, select Pie Chart from the dropdown. Now, instead of reading through rows of data, we can instantly see which stage most of our customers are in. Result. Now, every time a client fills out your form, you'll get the response in your spreadsheet. You can then organize the data in leads, and it's going to update on the dashboard. This is how you can build a CRM with Google Workspace. If you got any questions, do let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.